Well, hello again. We're back with the Cadillac. And if you saw my last video where I was talking about the issue with the car not restarting, and I thought it was a gas cap issue that was not venting properly, yeah, that was all BS. That was not what was going on at all. Cars just come back from the shop. The issue actually was at some point early on when I had the car, we had completely redone the gas line we've done the whole gas sending unit, new gas tank, and all new gas line from the back of the car to the front. However, we routed the gas line incorrectly. It was going over the top of the engine. And so what was happening was, even though it wasn't really, I guess it was a sort of a variation of vapor lock, was the gas line was getting heated up as you drove the car, and then when you try and start it, it was just, it was too hot in there. It was turning to gas. So we have rerouted the line underneath the engine as it's supposed to be. And we also did a bunch of other things to the car. We replaced or rebuilt the starter, which I kind of knew that was going south. It would make a lot of those sounds when you tried to start it. So we have a redone starter, and we also addressed some oil leaks that have been coming out the bottom of the car. So oil pan, I think also near the lifters. And so supposedly they had this up on the rack for a few days and put a sheet underneath it just to look for drips, and supposedly it was bone dry. So we shall see. But anyway, I've actually got the car here at work. Picked it up this morning. So let's see if we can get a start and a drive. Of course, it comes back filthy. They insisted they kept it inside the entire time, but obviously it got dirty somewhere. Yeah, I mean, look at my dash. Where's all that junk coming from? I don't even know. But anyway, so it's been sitting here for about almost 4 hours now, so it's not cold. Let's give it just a pump down. Starts right up. In fact, almost felt like I didn't need to pump. Bit sunny and hot here today in Indiana. First day of August. So that's to be expected. It's hard to put on these old school seatbelts one-handed. There we go. So I'm trying to think what the total time was here that the car was at the shop. I want to say it was about 2.5 months, which is probably about my average, maybe even a little bit below average, when the car just seems to disappear. They did solve the issue with the gas line and the starter pretty early on, but I told them to go ahead and keep it and do the next thing down on my list, which was the oil leaks, which, I mean, they weren't bad from a loss standpoint. I mean, I would maybe put a quart in it once every 6 months. That was about all it was. But just in terms of, spotting all over the garage floor, didn't make my wife very happy. And just in general, your car's dripping oil. I mean, old cars, drip. They drip from the power steering, they drip from transmission, they drip oil. But if you're getting consistent drips all the time, I'm the sort of person I'd like to address that. Well, it's riding really good. I actually had to drive it through rush hour traffic in Indianapolis this morning from the south side up here to Noblesville, where my work is. And it did great. I'll say one thing about this car is I've never had an issue with the cooling system. It's pretty rare. I mean, here it is, middle of or beginning of August, nice and hot. You can see my temperature gauge there. It rarely, I can only remember one time where it even got up to halfway on the temperature gauge there. And the temperature gauge does work when I had the my instrument panel completely rebuilt, so all my gauges work. The car runs really cool. I mean, I'm surprised. It's not an AC car, so it doesn't have a fan shroud to give it that extra bit of suck power. Yeah, I have to say that's one thing with this car that I've never had to worry about like I did with my Mustang was running hot. Okay, I'm back. A bit of a time lapse there. I didn't want you to have to watch a video of me sitting at a long traffic light for 2.5 minutes. But yeah, I'm heading home for lunch along my normal route, which is actually a pretty pleasant drive through Carmel, Fishers, and Noblesville, Indiana. That traffic light that you saw me stop at was pretty much my only real bad choke point. So, how about you? I'm one of those people, I actually enjoy driving. I mean, just the act of driving a car I find very relaxing and even fulfilling. You know, you get to enjoy the car, you get to enjoy the sights and the sounds. You have that feeling of control, of independence, of I can go anywhere I want. You get to think about stuff. I guess you can even make a video if you're careful. But in terms of the Cadillac, I'm not sure what's next. Getting into cooling off season here before too long. I don't know when paint and body work is going to happen. Honestly, I would need to save up a fairly significant amount of cash before I'd want to start that. So certainly into 2020. If you watch more of my videos, I think every one of them I say, oh, there, nice job, buddy. Just pull right out there. I think every video I've said, well, it'll be 2016 before the body, 2017 to 18, 19, and here it is going into 2020 before I'll probably get done. My list of mechanical things that I wanted to lick on the car is getting small. I don't have too much on there. I need to have an alignment done. I think, I'm not sure mechanical wise what there is beyond that. Still trying to decide if I should mess around with getting the radio working. I usually haven't done that with classic cars, but I don't know. I'm kind of drawn to the idea of maybe getting this one working. Listen to some tunes as I cruise around. I don't know. But anyway, for those of you who love old cars and just love to drive, more journeys with the Cadillac.